Dun, 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 dun. I have such a fun story for you with this one. So, I've really been impressed with Last Night in Soho. Again, the older ambiance to it. It's an Edgar Wright story. I haven't seen many of his films in the future. So again, this is kind of it's a first introduction, I would imagine, if I've not seen anything in the past to his work. But it's a clever thriller. I love, mystery thrillers, so this is certainly up my alley. But again, the older ambiance with the music, it was beautiful. The casting, I love Matt Smith, Anya Taylor Joy, Terrence Stamp, all great names and a major attractant for me. But the trailers have been very enticing. Certainly a bit twisty, but very attractive. But it's one thing to watch a trailer on a computer. It's another thing to watch the trailer in a theater. And I would have liked to see the first trailer in a theater screen. I haven't had the opportunity to do that yet. I mean, again, that was the first one that came out a while ago. But the second one was playing on the main screen for one movie I went to in particular. Dune. Loved the film. It's a really well done sci-fi movie. Loved it. And it's so cool to be back in a theater, though. But this trailer was just so beautiful to watch on the main screen, with the sound system just bolting in. That music is just fabulous. The enlarged presentation. And the funny thing is, I'm watching the trailer going, there's things that I didn't even notice in terms of the first trailer, or the second trailer, sorry. For example, the mirror images of the new actress that's, I forget her name, but she's playing against Anya Taylor Joy. She's the one that's seeing the visions. The fact that you can see her proceeding down the stairways Anya Taylor Joy does in that ballroom club scene, I didn't even notice that. But I guess that works in terms of like, well, it's the vision's helping someone from the future look in the past, essentially, and understand the revelations for the mystery that we're going to explore here. But it's such a crafty image. I'm like, I couldn't believe I didn't notice it. But the trailer just looks so beautiful on the main screen that I'm like, I have to see it now. So, I figured we could take one more look at Last Night in Soho as I get ready to watch the film. I so want to do it. I haven't bought tickets yet, but I really want to go do it as soon as possible. But we have a new featurette to look at. And you know how I love looking at featurettes and learn some about behind-the-scenes aspects to movies. That you might like what you see in terms of a trailer perspective. You might like watching the film on screen. But it's another thing to learn about the movie in production. Because maybe you gain some insights you didn't know about. And this is called 60s cinema. Again, a throwback. But it's beautiful in terms, again, I think of exploring, a classic set film. A fictional one. But a film set in a classical time period. And to really see that employed so well on screen, and with such beauty and visceralness, I'm truly happy. Let's go ahead and take a look at Last Night in Soho from a featurette perspective and learn more about it. We're going to go ahead and watch this first. We'll talk about it more in my condensed review segment. Follow us watching the video together. Okay, here we go. Let's learn. And plus we'll get, another refresher in terms of how beautiful this film looks.
Last night, I saw something in my dreams. I can see people.
And it does have a vibe of, trouble and terror. It's again, just fascinating.
Last Night in Soho is a psychological thriller, and I'm certainly
I love psychological thrillers, so again, never drop. That's the shot. I didn't even notice this in the trailer. That first shot. This one too.
The inspiration for a lot of
Didn't
my
notice
movies is sometimes just
until I got to the
longing,
theater
the
screen.
yearning
Then you
for
really
a
see
genre that I miss. There's a certain feeling that I get from the films from the 60s and 70s that thrilled me when I was younger. So magic that I would like to try and recapture.
If I could live any place and any time, I'd live here in London in the 60s.
Like Eloise in the movie, I'm sort of obsessed with going back in time. And I think making the film is me trying to cure myself of my desire to go back to the 1960s. Through Eloise's mysterious gift, she is able to retreat into the London of the past. Initially, that is a very alluring, glamorous experience until it isn't.
Jack, I don't want to do this.
You think you can just walk away?
I love films that are still thrilling even if they're 60 years old, whether it be Psycho or Blood and Black Lace or Black Narcissus. I really wanted to do something completely different. That was a real departure for me. I'm trying to create that spell and those goosebumps, the sort of scary feeling that there's nowhere else to turn. Last Night in Soho is my own perspective on this genre. I wanted to find a way to bring this nostalgia for a time that I never actually lived in to the big screen.
Where are you going?
If, somebody watches the movie and then when they close their eyes at night and it's haunting them.
Oh, that's really beautiful. I can't wait to have that experience.
Then you've done your job.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I love that technique. And again, I'm a huge psychological thriller fan, so easy attractant. I'm really looking forward to what I'm seeing so far for Last Night in Soho. It really looks good. I'm quite impressed. And again, it feels like a throwback picture. You see that again with the sequences and the way that they're filmed. It really feels like, again, it's sort of like a period piece. It's just, well, a fictional one, but it's just beautiful. I love the elegance of some. And somebody, you know, from a dancing background about 18 years, these dance sequences, I can't wait to watch them play out. They're beautiful. They look like they're well choreographed. I'm very excited for Last Night in Soho. What are your guys' thoughts on this film? Let me know down below. Don't forget all the good stuff. Like, subscribing, and sharing that bell until we get to watch more from Focus Features or Edgar Wright in the future. I would imagine this is going to be my last video because I just need to get on the ball in terms of getting tickets to go watch this film. But until we get more from you know, the company or the director or whatever we get to watch next on this channel, I will see you guys at a point that to me. But for now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't lose yourself to your fellow man. God bless. Peace.